My mother-in-law decided our apartment should go to her daughter.
My relationship with my mother-in-law has always been tense. She's the kind of person who's used to deciding things for others, especially for her son. For a long time, I felt like we were never seen as a separate family, more like an extension of her plans and expectations. All of her care and attention for years went to her younger daughter, a grown woman with a child, who never really learned how to live independently. She was still treated as the main child in the family, even though she was fully grown and had her own responsibilities. My husband and I weren't planning to have kids yet. We had work, careers, a mortgage, and a stable life we were building together. For his family, that somehow meant our opinions didn't really matter and that our life wasn't serious enough to be respected. The apartment was bought with my money, it was in my name, and we renovated it in the evenings after work, step by step. We invested in that place as our future, not as something temporary or easy to give up when someone else needed it. One day, my mother-in-law came over with her daughter. We sat down in the kitchen, and the tone shifted almost immediately. The conversation turned into how hard things were for the sister and how she needed a proper apartment for herself and her child. Since the two of us were doing fine, they said it would only make sense for us to swap places and make things easier for her. The sister said it openly, explaining that they had a child and we didn't, and that we weren't really a family yet. She looked at us and said she needed this apartment more than we did, as if that settled the discussion. My husband and I looked at each other, and I could tell from his face that he was just as shocked by the audacity of it. It's one thing to grow up with family favoritism, and a completely different thing to come in and divide someone else's home. At some point, I was just done with this circus. I cut her off and said this was our apartment and we worked for it. I told them we weren't going to discuss who we owed it to or why we should give it up for someone else. After that, the conversation ended. Communication slowly faded and the distance became permanent. Over time, we simply stopped keeping in touch with people who see your life as a convenient resource.